Good morning, King Philip Middle School. This is Principal Wright. I'm bringing on two of your favorite administrators.
Good morning, KP.
Good morning, King Philip.
I don't know, like I'm loving this like free royalty music. You know, this is like puts me in the mood. Today is Friday, May 15th. And here you are for your KP Friday announcements. Mr. Gus is going to kick us off with, you know it, the Pledge of Allegiance. So go ahead and get ready.
I invite you to please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. And we're also going to celebrate some birthdays and wish happy birthdays today to Taima.
Yay!
Hey, happy birthday to Georgia C. and to Shine G. So happy birthday. I hope you have a lovely day today.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. Happy birthday.
And this weekend, on Saturday, Mr. Samar, happy birthday, Samar M. And on Sunday, Ian's birthday. So happy birthday to Ian.
Happy birthday.
I don't know what is going on. Oh, today. All right. This is me. Today is National Chocolate Chip Day. I wish I could make some chocolate chip cookies. I don't need to.
I love it.
But I might now. National Pizza Party Day. That's why the pizza's dancing. It's also Endangered Species Day. So for all of you animal lovers out there, what are you going to do to recognize that? International Day for Families. I think lately every day has been a day for families as we've been in this quarantine situation. So I had to say that one. And it's NASCAR Day. Not a NASCAR person, but I know lots of people are. So I just wanted you to know those are all the days that we celebrate today. As you know, May is Jewish Heritage Month. It is also Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month and Mental Health Awareness Month. And so, so important. I'm going to say that before I highlight our two people today. Taking care of our mental health is so important, especially as we're dealing with physical distancing. It can be can be draining on our and emotionally on our own estate as we try to hang out with folks and can't hang out. So make sure you're doing something to take care of yourself. Focus on those strategies that we've been talking about all year long with Ruler. How do you identify what your emotion is? How do you rate yourself on the mood meter? You have to name it in order to tame it. And then what are some strategies that you can use? Our staff has been talking about the power of the meta moment and being our best selves. So remember, what is it that you say you want to be known for as your best self? And what are those characteristics, right? If it's patient, if it's kind, if it's in control, if it's thoughtful, all of those things, if you're not feeling that way, then what are the strategies you need to do so that you can be your best self in all situations? All right. Our heritage highlight today is J.D. Salinger, who was born in Manhattan, New York in January 1919. His father sold kosher cheese. I did not know there was kosher cheese. I think I don't think about it that way, Mr. Cutler. I don't know. And was from a Jewish family of Lithuanian descent. He wrote short stories that were published in the New Yorker. His most famous work is Catcher in the Rye, which was published in 1951 and became an immediate success because his depiction of adolescent alienation and loss of innocence in the protagonist Holden Caulfield was influential, especially among adolescent readers. The novel was widely read and controversial. And due to the overwhelming success of this novel, Salinger shied away from the public life and became a recluse. He died of natural causes at his home in New Hampshire in 2010 at the age of 91. I have to say, it was considered a canonical piece when I was an English teacher in high school, and we taught it to our 10th grade literature classes. It was not my favorite, but I'm just saying. And did you teach it too as well, Mr. Gussing? What about you, Mr. Cutler? We were all high school English teachers.
No, I taught it. My students really liked it. As you, I thought it wasn't one of my favorites, but the students got into it. They read it. So as long as they were reading and enjoying what they were reading and being able to talk about it, I was happy.
Yeah, I didn't love it as a text to use as a whole class book, but I did have students read it over the years. So one student did very little work throughout the year, and I knew I had always been hassling him and his family. Come on, let's get going. And then he got that book. He went home. He read it over the weekend and came in and wanted to talk to me about it after school.
Wow!
It just struck. It struck him. It does speak to some kids for sure.
And it does speak to the reality is every book is not for everyone, but sometimes you can find that book that is going to propel you forward as a reader, right? And so any book that does that is a good book in my book. I wonder if they still teach this. I would like, do they teach it at home? I don't know. We're going to highlight another author, Jenny Han, born and raised in Richmond, Virginia to Korean parents. She attended the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and received her Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing from the New School. So some of you may know her from her New York Times bestselling books To All the Boys I've Loved Before series. And so she has, I think there's 4 in the series. Some book person's gonna tell me I'm wrong, but I think there's 4, not just 3. And they've turned it into a Netflix movie. One of my favorite teen heartthrob actors is in there. I watched it with my daughter. And she's also not just known for that, but The Summer I Turned Pretty, Shug and Clara, and The Apple Pie Dream. She actually wrote her first book in college when she was still a student. And so her books have been published in more than 30 languages, and she lives in New York City. So 2 author highlights for our focus on Jewish Heritage Month and Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. All right, today's overview, folks, is Friday, and it's going to be a beautiful day today before the thunderstorm comes. So it's going to be nice. I was actually in my hammock yesterday. I tried to take a nap. I didn't, but I did lay there for a very long time until the wind got me and I had to come inside. But it was beautiful. So I think I might go out there again. So 8:30 to 12, you have classes. So make sure that you check in. I'm telling you, your teachers have been so excited by seeing your faces. They're so excited to see your faces. And when I pop in, I see your faces. I feel like I'm getting some sense of school. So make sure you turn on those cameras and keep community alive. Afternoon, you're going to be meeting with staff as needed and finishing up any assignments if you still need to do that. If you have anything behind, catch up on those assignments if you caught up on this week and submit those. And of course, you're going to have what? A great weekend. It's going to be a lovely one. All right, Mr. Cutler.
Okay, some positive referrals came in. They came in from Miss Colazzo, Miss Liebel, Miss Kent, Miss Chenard, and the Opal team. And they go to Gavin, Taha, and Sophia, and to Juliana for hard work, for helping out on the computers, for being present, and for giving it their all. Miss Carol Asia also sent in a couple for Natalie R. and Alonzo. I did want to highlight Natalie's just for 1 second because she entered a poetry contest, Fighting Words Poetry Contest. And it was a long process and a hard process to register for this and involved, but Natalie persevered and she did it. So just like all of our positive referral recipients, they're all persevering, they're working hard, they're helping out when they can with technology with their teachers and with their classmates. And again, I think seeing each other in those classrooms is really a benefit for helping one another. So keep up the great work.
Congratulations to all of our recipients.
Next, well, since no one was looking for Mr. Cutler last week, I thought I'd change it up a little bit. And we would go to this image. You can stop it, look at it. There's 39 Beatles songs in this picture. If you can find all 39, email. And remember, since we're all home with families and others, you might want to add, we could get by with a little help from our friends, include the family in the search for the 39 Beatles songs. And next,
Beatles songs. Okay.
I'm going to send it to my father-in-law and have him help me.
See if you can find it.
Huge Beatles fan.
Virtual assistance is good. I like that.
Right. Let's see. There you go.
Okay. And then here's just some questions to think. If you have any responses, send them to me. Why do we wait until night to call it day? Why are there interstates in Hawaii? Why is the word abbreviation so long? And why do kamikaze pilots wear helmets? So if you have any responses, send them in. You can see how intrigued Miss Wright and Mr. Gussie are. They're thinking, I see the wheels turning. Okay. Next, the 8th grade T-shirt design contest. If you have a design idea, please submit it by 3 o'clock on the 20th to Principal Wright or myself. And please create your designs in black and white. If you want a free T-shirt, complete the form Principal Wright sent out on May 13th. All responses are due by May 18th, 2020. And I don't know where Principal Wright found my modeling picture from 2 years ago. And in here, but I want to thank you. I thought it was a thing of the past. So.
You look good, Mr. Cutler, in that picture.
Exactly.
After you're done with your classes today, if you're a 7th or 8th grader, is next week. But if you're a 7th grader today, you can check in with Miss Tamayo at noon. You can grab your lunch and do that. And Miss Carlson's doing the same thing next week on May 18th at noon after classes have ended. This is an opportunity to catch up with your school counselor and with some other folks from school, other students that you might not have seen in your classrooms, etc. And they're just going to focus on helping you manage time and routines, which can be a little bit more more difficult for those of us who have a lot going on in our homes, right? So that's a great opportunity.
It's going to be the first of a few series that they're doing. So I'm so happy that we have these. We're getting better, people, as we kind of hunker down in this. We're getting better about offering you opportunities to get together. Yeah,
Miss Graff did that on Wednesday, and I heard it went really well. This past Wednesday for our 6th grade. Also, really excited about this. We have this virtual author visit really every Wednesday, but coming up is Dusty Bowling. And I haven't read her book, I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to try to find it online and squeeze it in between now and the 20th, now and next week, so I can hop into that. And I try to squeeze out that space in my calendar because I'm really interested to see what she's got. And thank you to our school librarians, including Mr. St. Germain, for making this opportunity available to us and our students.
Absolutely. Right. Just a fabulous opportunity to connect with authors. And so many authors are doing these types of things. So you want to jump in on this and be a part of this opportunity while they're available and around. Staff to student shout outs. That's you, Mr. Gussie. Yes.
We had so many. You can see them all here. So it was to Mrs. Butt because she's the best MA teacher ever and really nice. Mr. Carlone because he always says hi to me in the hallway. And hopefully we'll get back to that soon. Ms. Harrell, because she's a nice teacher, helps with the work. Ms. Graff, Ms. Rossio, Mr. Ranieri in math support. That's a great opportunity. I've been talking with some kids and families about hopping into those math support sessions if they need a little help beyond what they're getting in their Google meeting with the teacher. Mrs. Carolasia is working really hard to make sure students are comfortable with the amount of work being given.
Yep.
Miss UP, we've got Miss Bianca, Mrs. Nyan, Mrs. Wendehack, who makes herself available to answer so many questions. And the teacher really appreciates how she's helps the kids be flexible with each other in class. Miss Droz and Mrs. Barlow. And all the themes are basically that the staff is just working incredibly hard and going above and beyond, what we kind of laid out as the initial expectations to try to make sure students are getting everything that they need to move on to the next grade level and really be ready. So thank you to the teachers and thank you to the students who submitted those.
Yes, I want to thank the students for showing gratitude. I think there's so many things to be grateful for when you take an opportunity to say thank you to someone. That gives them something. That the teachers have loved these. Every time I told you I sent a note out and I time it for 8:30 a.m. for when we finished announcements. And so many teachers just say it makes their day. makes their day. It comes just at the right time. So just know, students, your words make a difference. Our credits are here because we want to make sure we give credit to the things that we've done and where we've gotten the things for our slideshow. So I want to thank Mrs. Ciccarello, who does the bulk of these, and I make sure I add to the credits when I find things too. I don't think Mr. Cutler does though. So I'm just I'm just because don't look too closely. All right, here we go. We're at the end, and it's 15 minutes. We have shaved some more time off. So
make it a great day or not.
The choice is yours. So just
be the one to make it a great one.
All right, folks.
Bye, everybody.
Have a great weekend.